Now, parents across the country are wondering as September edges closer whether their kids will be back in the classroom. Several provinces are rolling out their back-to-school plans. There's a chance, though, they could be derailed if the number of COVID-19 cases keeps rising, as they have been in Canada's 4 largest provinces. Many cases are linked to bars, restaurants, and parties where younger people are coming into close contact with each other. This is a beach in Vancouver's Stanley Park last night. Crowds of people packed a weekly drum circle held on the beach there. Though many people are following public health guidance, it's clear some are not. And because of that, public health officers fear there could be an explosive rise in cases. As Heather Yourex-West reports, the provinces are banking on good behavior to get children back in school by the fall.
When students in Nova Scotia head back to class this September, a lot of things will have changed.
Masks will be mandatory on buses and in the hallways and common areas of high schools, and anyone who wants to wear a mask for their own benefit is free to do so.
There will be no lockers, and young students will be placed in cohorts, all in an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Though health officials admit classrooms cannot be made risk-free.
We will almost certainly identify cases of COVID-19 in students and staff in the fall.
In Alberta, where mask use among students will not be required, in-person learning is set to resume as well, even though infections in that province are on the rise. New case counts in Alberta are now among the highest per capita in the country and have risen sharply over the last few weeks. On July 1st, 30 new cases were reported. On Tuesday, that number was up to 141.
I am concerned by the continued rise in active cases. Our health system is watching the situation closely, but I want to be clear, we all have a role to play in reducing the rise in cases that we are seeing.
The best thing that we can do to protect people in school is keep community transmission to the lowest rate possible.
Social gatherings among younger adults have become a source of concern for health officials. Many of the country's most recent infections have been among this demographic. If current trends continue, or if the number of percent positive cases climbs past 3%, this infectious disease doctor believes policymakers will have to take a harder line.
Hopefully we don't see that, but if you're starting to see indications of that, we're going to have to reevaluate what we're doing and perhaps pull back in certain realms.
It's why Calgary City Council voted to make mask wearing mandatory while inside public places.
One of the main reasons we did this was so we can get our hands around the current outbreak, which is scary and big, so that kids can go back to school.
And with the school year a little more than a month away, there is little time to waste. Heather Yourex-West, Global News, Calgary.